Dum 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 dum. Welcome back to the SketchCraft. Hey Brandon, are you there?
Yes, I am.
Hey, Brandon's here. Yay. So
Yay!
this is what we got so far. I'm gonna go ahead and get the background started here on this Viking thing, so I can get this done tonight.
And who's this for? Anybody I know off the
Nerd
chat or
man,
anything?
no nerd. He's on
Nerd man.
Twitter. Follows me on
Oh, okay.
Twitter.
Nice.
Twitter guy. The tweets.
The the bird.
So I'm gonna use 2 distress inks. I'm gonna use mustard seed and spiced marmalade.
Oh wow, you already got
2
one all
hours.
done now.
Hmm?
Nice. Was this last night or the
No,
night
it's
before?
today before
Oh,
dinner.
today. Gotcha. I was like, man, I don't remember. We were talking about it.
And then I got done. That's why I laugh at how long you take.
Awesome. So,
Don't worry. 10 years from now, it won't be so bad for you. See if you can survive. You get faster, and you'll be like, ha ha ha. Then we'll just make fun of this Brandon now. We'll both be making fun of this Brandon. That'll be the fun time.
all right.
For me. You're like, this
You're
is
still making
really...
fun of the Brandon now. It's
Yeah,
just
yeah, yeah. But
future.
future Brandon will be making fun of Brandon now. Should be fun. For me.
Fair enough.
You got a problem with that, Brandon?
Mm, I'm just letting future Brandon know. Fuck you, future Brandon.
Future Brandon doesn't like you. He's doing well with his art.
Uh,
Student loans are getting paid off. Future Brandon's mad at you right now why you didn't get your shit together sooner. This is how I think, folks. Like, if you think I'm picking on Brandon, this is how I've talked about myself since I was in high school. Future Rob doesn't have any patience for this fucking nonsense. What I'm doing now is not gonna fly. It does achieve a result. What's up, Gamo? So I don't want to color the whole background. I just want to add it to the top here. I'm trying to do this so the characters pop out a little bit more. Create a little bit more of a focal point. Where do you get the distress ink? I got mine on Amazon. I had to piecemeal it all together. I got some freelance coming up I got to use to rebuy some of the refillers that I lost half my distress ink refills in the move. Even though I sealed them, they didn't stay sealed. It was a nightmare bag of I just took it and chucked it. I'm like, it's not worth it. I'm not gonna stain my hand trying to fucking yeah.
Hey, Crusher's on. Hello, Crusher.
I think it might cost set me back on $300 once I get everything.
Mm,
It wasn't a cheap loss, bro.
right.
So.
Which yellow is that right there? Or an orange?
Mustard seed. And this is spice more.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I like those. I like that, the darker orange one.
You know, you need the lighter yellow to make it work. Otherwise, it's just orange on a page.
All right. Is this from a video game or his original character? Or
I just
you
made
said
this
that?
up.
Oh, you just
He
the
just
guy's
wanted a
like, I want
Viking. He wanted a Viking. I'm like, I don't feel like drawing fucking hairy guys. So, in armor. So I made. This is why Imagine Effects doesn't like me. Because they go, we'll give you fucking. No, no, no. You could clearly tell they wrote a classical Viking and then I drew this.
right, a mech Viking.
Yeah, and that's just no, it's not what our readers want. I'm like, it says sci-fi and fantasy. Like, there's the sci-fi and the fantasy. Like, what part of, you know?
Right.
And so then they gave me those very specific instructions, and then I stopped fucking ever working with them. Like, I don't need this shit.
Rebel.
Go learn how to paint manga hair. 12 ways to paint manga hair. Fuck you. Bullshit fucking lessons. Bullshit, no nothing fucking advice. Everyone should look like Artgerm and this and Reek and that one chick that fucking does all the paintings of the anime faces with the bubbles and fish. You know, they got plenty of talent. They don't need me. I'm irrelevant. I'm a simple guy, Brandon. I like to invent ideas in my head and draw them. You know, fucking crazy. Pretty simple. Actually, I'm not trying to do this giant background one. I just make the character stand out. If I add too much, he's not. You're not gonna see him.
All right.
Just gonna see the background.
You want the character to be the main focus.
Yeah, it's the goal. It's the goal. That time I worked for Imagine Effects, it's one of the worst experiences in my life, artistically. Every now and then, Part of me goes, yeah, maybe you could do it again. This time you could, I'm like, it'll go horribly wrong.
You try to talk yourself into it and just
Because I just look at I'm like, nothing I do is what they do, you know?
right.
So I'm not sophisticated enough for them. They have a sophisticated, I make simple fucking shit,
Right.
And I don't buy into a lot of that stuff, so. It's like when they had me do the tutorials and they're like, make sure you give classical reference for what inspires you. I'm like, classical art doesn't inspire me. Why can't I just show the things that actually inspired me? Well, find some classical pieces because they're copyright free. I'm like, how about if I just not do that part?
Right.
And I can just mention shit that inspired me and just say, hey, I can't, if you want to look what this stuff up is, use Google. Here's the things you should look up. But we don't want to mention other people's copyrighted. I'm like, what do you mean you don't want to mention? You're posting, what the fuck? You know what I mean? Like, it's weird. I'm like, I don't know, like, I don't know if I'm the guy here. Like, just paint some anime mermaids.
Sounds like a fun time.
It's horrible, dude. It's one of the worst. I mean, I threw the art away. I've deleted it. I don't have it anymore. It's gone. I erased it from the earth. That's how much I disliked it. That's how much I disliked it. Never got paid either, so there's that. Or got my free book. The book I'm a little mad about because that was for winning Artist of the Month. I'm supposed to get the book. And get my fucking book. But should have known.
You want me to buy you a copy of it?
No, I don't want to. I don't want to actually own it. I just want the fucking thing I won.
I want what I'm owed.
Yeah, that's. I never
Universal.
got my book.
You said it was 2 hours to color this, or 2 hours total to draw and color?
To color. Oh, I took my time. I didn't. Drawing it wasn't hard, Brandon. If you're wondering, it really isn't. It's pretty easy. It's not a hard piece. It's just big, giant shapes, man.
I could have it done in a week.
You need to stop. You need to stop counting time. The time is the last thing you need to worry about. Focus on quality. People need to stop counting how long it takes them to do things, and start focusing on the quality of the work they're producing. I'm just not interested in it anymore. It's gonna get done. Time. The only thing that I have to worry about time is when I'm in a workplace and I'm wasting their fucking time. That's why I don't worry about, how much, it's $20 an hour or $10. I fuck that shit. I'm going to be selling this forever. It's going to be in a sketchbook somewhere. This might get me a job. It's, down the way. Hey, I like that. Would you be willing to, you'd be surprised, dude,
Right.
The work you do in the studio is, there you can't put a price tag on it. You put a price tag on things that, you're going to get paid once to do, and that's it. Like the Final Fantasy VII pieces or the Final Fantasy IX, every one will get better than the other,
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, And that'll just be how long that thing took. You know? Everyone's so worried about how long they take.
I'm not going to ask again.
Yeah, I don't ever want to hear from you. You're banned from asking how long things take. I'm the only one who can ask you how long it's taking, because if it's because I think it's taking you too long to do some simple shit that I know you can do. I think sometimes you think I'm thinking, oh, it's taking too long for me. Like if I did it, I don't compare you to me. I compare you to you. So if you're taking too long, you're taking too long for you. It shouldn't be
Okay.
taking you that long. And you go, well, I don't know what you're talking about. I do. I know what you're capable of. And I know when you overthink things. Like I know you know it because I've already told it to you fucking 700 times. It's up in there. You haven't recalled that knowledge. At some point you'll just start recalling it. Yeah, and I know this goes here and that goes there. You won't sit there and stare at it for fucking an hour all proud of yourself that you did some shit.
I don't do that. Definitely not.
What I'm concerned about is when you sell a piece of art, that kind of person, that person will come back or they'll tell a friend or that art will get you to the next piece. That's all I care about.
Right.
If I feel it's not doing that job, that whatever you did, that piece starts and stops with that bit of effort. To me, that's wasted. Unless you're going to pay me $1 million, it's not worth it because, you know, I need the time I spend on things to get me to the next thing.
Uh, I'm not the best with names, but Aditya says, "Hey there, I'm new here."
Hey, what's up?
And Crusher says, "Worry about time after you master quality." LOL.
Yeah, well,
Rob is a time lord.
so if I think, hey, this piece on the Final Fantasy VII will get faster, it's because I know it shouldn't take as long as it took. Part of that is just a learning curve. However, there will be a point where I can just move faster without sacrificing quality, which I'm unwilling to do.
Which is good, though. A lot of artists usually rush people's work and not, I don't want to say not fair, but it's not.
I had a whole career built on that. T-shirts.
Right.
I'm just not interested in replicating that scenario for my life.
I think a lot of fans appreciate it because, I mean, when you see an artist working on your piece, and let's say the piece before that he spent a day, and then he gets your piece and he does like an hour, even if it didn't take him that long, you just feel like, hey, did you really put in the effort?
Or when certain publishers that I work with get a major guy to draw one of their covers, and you can tell they fucking just phoned it in.
Right.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
You could tell. I have this thing called work ethic, you know? And you can't get better if you're not pushing yourself. You're gonna get better just coasting along doing the same thing again and again and
Right.
again. You're gonna get better at doing that.
But just not progressing
There's
as
a
an
there's a
artist.
few. Instagram seems to favor those who just do one thing over and over again. It's a problem I have. People come to my Instagram. When are you gonna do more of the saucies? And then when I'm doing that, when are you doing the Copics? You know, and you start losing people. I just don't care. You know, over time, I'm like, I'm not gonna sit there and do one thing because that thing's popular. You know, what will happen is you'll do it, and then you'll burn it the fuck out. And then people go,
Right.
yeah, I've seen everything. You know, he does that one thing. That's what that's that guy that does the fucking drippies thing. You know, so that's what happens. I got the other day, but I was like, when are you gonna do some more landscapes? I'm like, whenever. When it feels about when it feels like it's something I should be doing. I remember when I was first doing them, people were like, "You ever gonna draw characters again?" I'm like, "Nope, never again." Like, it's all gone. This is all I'm gonna do now.
This is it forever.
Yeah, it's a legitimate fear because artists will do that these days. You know, this is what I do
Mm-hmm.
now. This is it. It's ridiculous, but it happens.
Did you did you still have to do that thing for her company?
Yeah, taking their sweet time. They're gonna put me in a weird position at some point.
Right.
You know, or cancel it. I don't really care. Whatever they throw at me, I can handle. But I try to get ahead of the curve. They're just unfamiliar with the process. They probably have a lot to do. This seemed like fun during Christmas time when there wasn't shit to go get done.
Right.
And then, like anything else, it's a job. I don't really care. So, it stays where it's at. And nothing ever happens. Oh well, not my problem.
Right.
I'm not gonna constantly send email after email. I got other shit to do.
I wish I had his abs. He's ripped.
You always like to look at the guys.
Hell yeah. Sure do.
Is his name Josh?
No.
To you?
Sure. I say one guy is super buff, and you don't
You
let him
paused the
go.
whole show to give him the spiel once, bro. I think you just don't remember it the way it went down.
And I think you.
I think you need to think about it before you make moves like that. Wonder,
Uh,
will this be something I have to hear about for the next 5 years?
if I say anything on the cast, it's something I have to hear about over and over again.
It's not true. I ignore most of what you say.
No, you store it in your memory banks, and you just wait for the right moment to say it.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Mm-hmm. You just go. I'll say something, and you just go, mm-hmm, and then you catalog it in the brain of yours, and then you're like, hey man, you remember like 2 years ago when you said this? And I'm like, ah, shit, yeah. When did you first start designing like bases for your characters? Like I've always seen it, but like a lot of artists don't do that. But I know you do. Where you'll make like this even looks 3 dimensional with the way the grass is going up into the gray. So when did you start incorporating bases like that for your characters? Was it something you always did?
Yeah. Sometimes I just don't draw it. Yeah.
I mean, it's a cool idea. It's always cool because it just gives that. It doesn't feel like they're floating in space at all times if it's a character standing or something. So I mean, I've noticed it since I bought those first $10 sketches, and you had them on standing on stuff. I was like, oh man, that's cool. I don't really see a lot of artists doing that.
No, you know what I don't like to do? The giant fist coming at you or the foot that takes up the whole fucking page. It's super dynamic, and then basically you just bought a giant foot.
Right.
Like, but it's super dynamic. Yeah, it's super dynamic, very anime-like. Except now you just bought a giant foot. You're like, why don't you do something more dynamic? Because they're paying for this, man. Like, think about it for a second. You're spending $100 on something. Do you really just want the giant foot?
Right.
Like, just think about it. Like, you spent $100. It's gonna be on your wall. You want to see all those little fucking. You're not gonna be like, but the foot's coming at me. Like, it's very dynamic. I know perspective. I can do all that shit. I don't need to prove it to anybody. Like, but with these commissions, I'm always like, I used to do it. I used to do the crazy Chamba kind of style. The anime thing.
Mm-hmm.
The LaShawn, right? LaShawn's fucking dope, dude. But when he does commissions, he doesn't do that crazy shit. You know? I know, he drew me Casey Jones once whenever I play. And he keeps it very simple. He's like, well, it's like, you want a giant foot? I'm like, no, I don't want. I was like, thank God you don't do the giant foot thing. Like, And you ever seen it? You get something like a, like I say, let's just say for the sake of argument, like Ryan Otley puts some stuff up in a store. If you got a picture of, if you got a picture of Invincible sitting there, kind of
Uh,
looking fucking cool, coming out some rubble, or you got one with a giant fist flying at you, which one are you gonna probably get?
the rubble.
You want to get most of the character, right?
Right.
That's basically what I try to think about. Like, so even if I do a Spider-Man with some foreshortening, I try to make certain I fit most of the character in there, not, the big head and woo, it goes all the way back and it's little tiny, but like, you can do it. But I should do that. Next time Brandon saves up some money, he's like, I want to get a commission. I'll just be like, there's a giant fist.
I'll get my money back.
But you won't. How great would that be, folks, right? Like, we could just concept this out. This would be amazing. I'll just go, I'll be like, yeah, so we'll do like Spider-Man, and then, we'll have his fingers come out like this.
You talk very, very nicely when you're.
Yeah. And then we'll come back
Just happy
like
little
this. And then we'll
Spider-Man.
bring his knee out.
I hope you poke through the paper and go into the drawing.
I can do it too. Like, I can too. It's very dynamic. But then you look what you bought. It's $100. Like, So there's a blend. There's somewhere in between that thing. Joe Matt always did a good job of like going between that dynamics and still giving you a silhouette.
Yeah.
And this sort of thing can lead to over exaggeration. I mean, this is pretty exaggerated, but you could see artists that really go down that path a year later are doing like giant thing with the little, like here, like super like toothpick legs, and like, it's like it's Superman, and like little cape. What did fucking Galloway post tonight? Was this his testicles? Did you see that one?
No.
He drew his hairy balls on his character, like giving you the upskirt.
I gotta look.
Yeah. It's funny. Mmm. Mmm. Mmm.
Let's see. Cheeks. Oh, Jesus.
I see what I'm saying. Yeah. It's fun. It's fun, right? Put it up on your wall.
It
It is funny though.
it sucks. Like the construction on this is better than I can do.
Yeah. Yeah. There you go.
He's got one bent over with the testicles out. And then he's got one where the guy's jumping, going, "Yay!"
Yeah. Cosbros, dude. Told you.
Yay!
Someone was asking me today, we can do more dynamics. I'm like, oh, fuck off. You know what I mean? Until it's your $100. Eddie Nunez doesn't do crazy dynamics. People like his art just fine. People need to stop giving me advice.
I like Eddie.
Yeah, he's a nice guy. But I have to sometimes put it in perspective. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Sometimes when people look at my art, they think they're looking at someone else and go, "No, if he just did that one thing, that would, you know." That's what I hear. If he
Mm.
just did that one thing, that's what's missing. The secret to Exeronius modeling clay. Modeling clay. It's like when Tim Sale gave me that Batman commission when I was a kid. I'll never forget. Doot, 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 doot. Triangles for eyes. Like it was like something just like that, and I was like, "What the? I can do that." Like I don't. What the? It's $20 or $40 or some shit. It was $40. It's 1996 money, dog. $40 wasn't cheap. It's my entire fucking. I was pissed. It's like, no, I'm keeping it. You can keep the drawing. Mm-mm. No, it's all my money. No, not worth it. He was not happy. I'm like, I don't care. Draw me a real Batman. I can go buy 40 comics in the dollar bin.
Hey, what was that Stallone movie where was it Stallone where they're arm wrestling
Over the top.
over the top? He was a truck driver in that,
Yeah.
right?
He had the kid, or a rich kid. Go over the top. They had to say it too in the movie.
Right.
They gotta say the line. It's very important. Go over the top. Looks like Rocky, but you know, with arm wrestling. Like, oh yeah, that's what I mean. There you go. That's the thing. That took off.
It's like
That
he
took
makes a
off.
cookie movie. It's like Rocky but cooking.
It's Iron Chef, dude. So Pokemon should be like Rocky, but with Pokemon. But no,
Hmm.
it's gonna be Private Investigator, Mystery Detective Pikachu. Fucking colossal waste of a license.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
The Pokemon movie is gonna be Detective Pikachu.
Like cartoon movie?
No, like a live action movie.
No, they're not.
Yeah. We did a whole cast on this, Brandon. You were there. That's what this year did to you. Like,
Oh,
just with all the other weird shit going on in the world, that weird shit escaped my fucking mind. Legendary's producing it. Detective Pikachu. Like, Pokemon could be the fucking movie, dude. Except not that. So stupid.
what the fuck?
It's true. What Rob said is absolutely true. I think I make this up. Yeah. Bad call. Like, we see, told you Pokemon movie wouldn't work. I'm like, no, it could work, except that isn't it.
I mean, I'll go see it. But
Good luck. Good luck. You shouldn't.
I know, but
Just steal it. Teach them a lesson. Not to support stupid fucking ideas.
so you're saying I shouldn't go see it?
No, I think everyone shouldn't. If it was the movie where it was actually about Ash and like Rocky with Pokemon, like, him and Team Pikachu, being the best fucking team there, whatever, man, going to the tournament. I mean, it's not hard, dude. It's Karate Kid with fucking Pokemon. It's gonna be Detective Pikachu.
Only all because of because God, frustrates me. I'm a 31-year-old man getting frustrated about a fucking Pokemon movie. It's ridiculous.
Yeah,
That's how much I care about Pokemon.
yeah. Well, now you know what the prequels did to me.
That's not fair.
Yeah, it's your turn now.
I
Everybody's
think this
Power
is
Ranger
all.
movie sucks. It can be their turn too. You
All
know.
right. Well, it's like the fucking Ninja Turtle movies, you know? I mean,
But I went through like two shitty fucking Turtles movies.
right.
So
I was I was young enough to kind of enjoy it, probably. I want to be. Now it's in my
and
head.
I'd already suffered through Ghostbusters too, which was just sort of a mediocre remake of Ghostbusters 1. That was my first Phantom Menace like experience at a theater, man. I was like, should have saw Alien 3. and I knew how bad that was.
Is that the one where she's in prison?
Yeah, with the dog alien. The dog. Nobody ever gave me nothing. Remember that? Yeah. You take all your favorite characters from Alien 2 and murder them before the movie starts. Yes.
Sounds about right.
Just what I wanted. All they had to do is remake the storylines from the first anime movie, man,
Mm-hmm.
in live action. You know?
Yep.
It's so not hard. It's like trying to figure out a Batman movie, you know? It is really fucking that hard.
It is, Rob. You
Really?
gotta understand.
Really?
He's a complex character.
He's got big blue boots. What the fuck do you know? Spider-Man has blue boots. Fuck you. That's what it's like to be at Time Warner right now, you know? I hope they get to battle for the soul of Gotham again. That would be so fun. You know? That's what I really care about. You know? That's the movie I want so bad where I gotta give a shit what the people living there feel about. You know? Like if you live in Gotham City, like it's on you, bro.
Yeah.
You know, like
If
it's like
someone complaining about living in like Compton, I'm like, you live there.
or like we all know Chicago's tough, bro. You know what I mean? Like she moved to Chicago and was murdered. Well, yeah, like go look at the fuck. Why was working for this company, man? And they wanted to move everyone to Dayton, Ohio. She's like, well, we have a problem with that? And she, I know we wanted to move. And I'm like, all right. So I just looked up what is the statistical forcible rape? What is the forcible? What is the forced rape statistic for Dayton, Ohio? And it's 29 times higher than San Diego. I'm like, you can't go anywhere that is even 1 point higher than San Diego. We're talking about dragging women out their cars, bro. You know? So I'm like, no, we're not moving there. And you just go and point. You just right here. Gave this. She pointed to them. That's the problem. And some of the women in the room like, oh, really? Like none of you bothered to look this up.
Right.
You know? Well, no. Why would they send us there? Because they don't care. They don't have to live there. They're gonna stay here in San Diego. They're sending you, not them.
Right.
And that's true. Like the corporate dudes all stay in San Diego, and everyone else had to go move to fucking Ohio.
Jeez. Yeah, pass.
Well, we actively started working on moving at that point. You know, she got the hint.
Right.
I'm like, they're gonna make us go, and then you gotta do. I don't have to worry about it. It doesn't say male forced rape. Not my fucking problem. It's you know you gotta make it. Sometimes you gotta make a harsh point to get it through. You know,
Right.
like I don't want anyone to have to go through this. So there you go. You know, if they said Kansas, yeah, look, there's nothing fucking there, but okay, you know. It's like my boy moved to fucking Indiana. It was all, oh, it was so much cheaper, except the electricity, which is 30 times higher. So he has a $2,000 fucking electrical bill.
Yeah, that's crazy.
You know? I'm like, yeah, how's that living in fucking Indiana working out for you? I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm like, move.
Right?
Stop talking shit. Need the white highlights. All right.
That's cool.
Load. Give me 1 sec.
Yep.
Some WD-40 on it. It's weird. Must have been the cold. I got real nippy in here the other night. I came in, I was like, whoa! Accidentally closed the vent. I don't fucking know. Sometimes I'm like, how long has it been since I've done this? It might have been a bit longer since I last did this than I care to want to admit. Huh. What's up, Darth Andrew?
Alright, I'm gonna have to be ready for bed. Hit me up tomorrow, maybe around anytime after like 3.
Yep, later.
Alright, later, man. Later, everyone.
Hey, thanks. Could be. But I don't really make games. Came with a bunch of goofy names. It was a Valkyrie Mechs, Odin Gears, Thorbot. How do we do that? That came out not the way I wanted it to. Nothing. Guy just said he wanted a Viking. So I just made it up. All right, everybody. That's gonna do it. That's it. Voila. That's why when they make those threats, like, we're not going to let anyone draw licensed characters at con. I'm like, okay, I don't care. Like, I mean, I can't guarantee anyone's going to sell anything, but I don't have a problem with that. I can draw fucking whatever. I don't give a shit. You know? Do whatever. We'll do it live, and we'll do it here. All right, everybody. It's, what time is it? Is it? It's almost midnight. I'm going to let this sit in the queue for a little bit, and I'll be back on in about 13 minutes, and we'll draw Final Fantasy IX for about 2 hours. We'll get 2 hours in before I gotta go to sleep. How about that? How about that? They should let people draw whatever they want. That's what I'm saying. But, you know, we always have a backup plan, folks. We always have a backup plan. See you in about 13 minutes, folks. Talk later. Bye.